Why benzoyl peroxide? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about benzoyl peroxide, why it is being used in the treatment of acne vulgaris, how it is being used, plus the side effects. Let's get right into the video. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, I am Kelly OG. I create content around nurses, skincare, and aesthetics. To get notification when I post my videos, please click on the notification bell, like this video, watch it to the end, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. So today's topic is a highly requested video. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that there was a time I posted acne fighting ingredients on my Instagram page, and I saw that is the most watched video of mine on Instagram Reels, and you can also see that is the most saved video. So let's talk about benzoyl peroxide. What is benzoyl peroxide? Benzoyl peroxide is a highly talked about ingredient in skincare because of its benefit. Benzoyl peroxide is one of the first line treatments in the treatment of acne vulgaris. First line topical medications in treatment of mild to moderate non-inflammatory acne such as the whiteheads, the comedogenic acne, and mild to moderate inflammatory acne vulgaris such as the papules, the pustules, and the cysts. What are the characteristics of benzoyl peroxide? It is an oxidizing agent, highly lipophilic, meaning that it penetrates well into the skin, penetrates the stratum cornea, and gets into the pilosebaceous unit of the skin. The degree of penetration depends on the concentration of benzoyl peroxide. So you can see benzoyl peroxide from 2.5 rating to 10. On application of benzoyl peroxide, what it does is that it penetrates into the skin and degrades. So you see it as hydrogen peroxide and benzoic acid on the skin. It can be used as a standalone, or it can be used in combination with other ingredients for acne such as salicylic acid, sulfur. You can also see clindamycin. You can also see synthetic retinoid such as adapalene gel. How does it work in the treatment of acne? Benzoyl peroxide is antibacterial. It is toxic or lethal to microorganisms. You can see that the main bacteria that causes acne is Cutibacterium. What it does is that it inhibits the Cutibacterium due to the formation of a highly reactive oxidation that now oxidizes the bacterial cell membrane. I know it's a lot of grammar. Benzoyl peroxide having antibacterial properties, it doesn't mean that it works in the form of an antibiotics, meaning that you can use benzoyl peroxide for a very, very long time. Some dermatologists or some experts, what they do is when they place you on a benzoyl peroxide for a while and your acne has cleared up, what you can now do is a maintenance, meaning that you're not supposed to use benzoyl peroxide for a very long period of time. You can switch it to once or twice in a week, or you can switch it from a wash to a gel, or you can also switch to an alternative or a lower ingredient that helps to also treat. Another property of benzoyl peroxide is an anti-inflammatory property. What it does is basically the same thing as benzoyl peroxide having a highly reactive oxidation species. It does the same thing by inhibiting the reactive oxygen species by the neutrophils in the pilosebaceous follicle. The third property or characteristics of a benzoyl peroxide is that it's a keratolytic and also a comedolytic. Benzoyl peroxide being a keratolytic means that it breaks down shed of dead keratin. A comedolytic means that it breaks down sebum production, which is also one of the key things that contributes to acne formation. Sebum regulation. The buildup of dead skin cells and sebum production. A benzoyl peroxide has drying properties. Drying properties means that it stops the sebaceous gland from producing more sebum than the skin already needs. So because of its drying effect, depending on the concentration of benzoyl peroxide that you are using, it regulates sebum production on the face. With people that complain of oily skin types, a benzoyl peroxide can also regulate sebum production, but you want to be able to keep a balance to make sure that you are not overdoing it. Overdoing it means that you're using a high concentration of benzoyl peroxide, drying your skin, and in response the skin will produce more sebum. So let's get to how it can be used in the treatment of acne vulgaris. Like I said earlier, benzoyl peroxide comes in different concentrations and percentages. You can see benzoyl peroxide in 2.5, you can see it in 4%, you can see it in 5%, you can see it in 10%, and so on. I think the most I have seen benzoyl peroxide is at 10%. Now, with different percentages of benzoyl peroxide comes its side effects. You can also see benzoyl peroxide in form of gels, in form of creams, in form of wash, in form of lotions. Different dermatologists in different parts of the world have different ways in which they use benzoyl peroxide. Personally, I use a benzoyl peroxide in form of a wash and sometimes a gel, depending on the kind of acne that I present with. With using a wash, you're leaving it on the skin for maybe 1 minute top. With using a gel, that means it's a leave-on, it's going to be on the skin for a long period of time. So you want to be very careful of the type of percentage of benzoyl peroxide that you are going to be using on the skin. Also remember that in some acne treatments, benzoyl peroxide can also be used in combination with other acne fighting ingredients. So you can have salicylic acid in a routine, you can have adapalene gel in a routine, you can also have sulfur, you can have glycolic acid, you can have mandelic acid. These are other ingredients that can also be used in treatment of acne. So with using a benzoyl peroxide, some can also give benzoyl peroxide in form of creams, in form of gels. At this point, you would need to consult with your dermatologist, you would need to consult with your esthetician, you need to consult with your aesthetic nurses to be able to tell exactly how to use a benzoyl peroxide in a routine. I will still state this again, don't try to use benzoyl peroxide alone without having any direction or guidance. It has drying effects and it can also have some form of irritation on the skin. Also, while using a benzoyl peroxide, you should actually get a moisturizer or a soothing agent. Like I said earlier, that it has a drying effect. So with drying effects, you don't also want the skin, as a response to you using a drying agent such as benzoyl peroxide, to produce more sebum. So more sebum, in response to more sebum production, acne can also form. So you want to create a balance between using a benzoyl peroxide and also preventing acne. I have seen some clients complain that, oh, because I have an oily skin, I don't want to use a moisturizer. You are doing a counterproductive effort. You can't use a benzoyl peroxide wash, gel, lotion, and then not use a moisturizer, because it's drying out the skin. The skin on its own is sensing that, oh, I'm dry, and will produce more sebum, more oil production, and oil production therefore contributes to you also having higher percentages of benzoyl peroxide. Comes with more severe side effects. The best percentage of benzoyl peroxide to use on the face is from 2.5 to 5%. Now if you're going to use 10% preferably for the body, for body acne. There are different side effects of benzoyl peroxide. It can range from irritation. Certain people, when they use benzoyl peroxide, especially for sensitive skin, will feel some form of irritation while using it. You can also feel some form of stinging on the skin while using benzoyl peroxide. If you have any of these side effects, it's usually best that you consult with your dermatologist, your practitioner, the person attending to you for your skincare concerns, to complain about these side effects. Some people can also have allergic reaction to benzoyl peroxide. I have actually had a client who had a swollen face due to benzoyl peroxide, so we had to divide, that means another treatment plan for her type of acne. So you can have swollen face, you can have redness. Stinging is the most common type of side effect you can get with benzoyl peroxide. Another side of benzoyl peroxide, because of its highly reactive oxidation phase, what it does is that it can bleach the hair or the skin. It has bleaching properties. Some other individuals can also notice flaking of the skin while using benzoyl peroxide. Burning sensation again, or stinging sensation, can also be associated with using benzoyl peroxide. If you fall into that category of people who have burning or stinging sensation, what you can do, if you're using a wash as a benzoyl peroxide, you should not leave it on the skin for so long. If you're going to use a gel, you should try to use a moisturizer before you use the benzoyl peroxide, or preferably meet your attending esthetician, medical practitioner, or dermatologist. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section which part of this video that you found really engaging, or if you have questions regarding benzoyl peroxide, please comment in the comment section. You could also send an email if you have inquiries, questions, or consultation. Please also comment in the comment section if you want more videos pertaining to acne treatment or any other type of treatment. Like this video, share this video. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.